guys, welcome back. Today I'll show you how to use the grill and the oven part in the Frigidaire cooking range. So this is the oven part, the bottom part of the cooking range, and I'll switch on the light now so that you could see it clearly. And this is the inside part of the oven. The bottom part is for baking, and it has layers like counting from the bottom 1 2 3 etc, and the upper part here it is the grilling portion. And so once you switch on the oven, you could see the flame. I'll show you. And this is the ignition button, and that is for turn spit. And both I have shown about the knobs and everything I have shown in my previous video. I'll share the link, you can refer there. And this knob is for oven, and near to that is the grill, and this is the timer knob, and it has like 5 10 15 etc. So now you could see better than before clearly. The top button is for the turn spit, that is when we grill the whole chicken we can use that button so that it will turn the chicken grill. And this is the spark generator. This button is must to be used for generating the spark. And this is the minute minder where we need to set the time for baking and grilling purpose. So maximum of the baking will be done 25 to 30 or 35 minutes. And so this is the handle of the oven. And while using the oven and the grill, sometimes that portion might get hotter, so better to use the cloth while opening it, and be cautious. Now you would have been clear with the knobs, all the knobs. You could also visit my previous video. I have clearly explained about each and every knob. I'll once again give a clear explanation. And this is the turn spit. When you use the whole chicken grill, you have to use that button. This button is the spark generator, which is to be used whenever you are switching on the oven, grill or the burner. And this is the minute minder to set the time for baking and for grilling. And this is the knob for grilling purpose. You could see the difference symbol mentioned over there for normal burner and for the grilling purpose. And for grilling there is a low to high level mentioned, so accordingly you can use the knob. This is the for oven purpose, all the temperature mentioned over there. Maximum will be 240, and most of the baking will be done around 180 degree. And so this is mainly used for most of the baking purpose. And that is the lamp for the oven and the grill. So you can either switch it on whenever needed to look into the cakes or the muffins or the grills you want to see how it is going on, and you can switch it on and off whenever it is required. So yeah, hope you got a clear idea about the knobs, and then the oven and grill part, and the handle of the oven, etc. So now getting into how to switch on the oven and the grill. So you have to use two knobs this time, a button, that is the spark generator, and the oven knob. Usually I keep the oven opened when switching it on, while using the grill and also while using the oven. So this helps us to see visually whether it is getting on or not. So you have to keep the spark generator pressed, and the oven knob also you have to rotate it simultaneously so that it gets switched on, and see at the bottom whether you could see the flame or not. So this is how you have to switch on the oven. I'll repeat. you have to simultaneously use the spark generator button and the oven knob for switching on the oven. So you have to place it in the particular temperature whatever is required for you. Maximum it will be 180 degree for majority of baking items, and after switching on the flame you can set the time required for baking. For preheating we usually do around 10 minutes. So this is how you have to switch on the oven, 180 degree and 10 minutes. Likewise, whatever is required for your baking requirement you can set accordingly. This is how the flame looks. Hope you could see a small spark at the bottom. So you can monitor when you keep the oven door opened whether it is switched on properly or not. It is better to keep the door open before switching on the oven and after switching off the oven so that it cools down easily. And the same thing you have to do with the grill. So the spark generator button and the grilling knob simultaneously you have to do same like the oven thing. I'll show you how it is burning at the top. This is the top portion where the flame gets generated for grilling purpose. I'm switching on the lamp to show you the top portion of the oven part, and I think when I switch off the lamp you could see better the flame. So I'll switch off the light and I'll show it clearly. So this part it gets flame when it is switched on. So you could see this. You can adjust the knob accordingly whether you want it in a low level or in a high level. So by adjusting the knob, and this is how you have to switch on the grill and the oven. They have provided a steel wire rack and a normal rack along with this oven. Both will be very useful for grilling purpose and for baking purpose. And while grilling you have to place the rack at the top layers, and while baking you can better keep at the bottom layers of the oven. And if you keep in the middle it will be evenly cooked. So once it is done you can switch off the flame slowly by rotating the knob. Once you switch off, keep the oven door open for 5 minutes, and in the upcoming videos we'll share with you how I bake and grill using this Frigidaire cooking range oven. Hope this video was useful to you. If you find it useful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.